Hello again, everyone. Good morning. I am trying another art stream. This is going to be interesting because I've since gotten a new tablet, so all the settings had to be changed on this sort of thing. And by got a new tablet, I mean I'm borrowing one from work to see if this helps more with my wrist stuff, because it's been kind of bad again. Including today, which sucks. But we're going to try it anyway. Basically, oh, I realize I'm on the wrong layer. Of course I am. Of course I am. Can't start this without being on the wrong layer. No, we're on the correct one. Basically, trying out this new tablet that is a standing one, so hopefully you can still hear me because I am a little further away from the mic because I'm standing up. I've been trying it, and I feel like this is supposed to help because I'm now, standing up, back straight and all that, but stuff's still a little annoying, so we'll see how it goes. I gotta keep trying it. Hello, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Hope your day is going okay so far. I missed the end of GDQ, but that is okay because I was hanging out with friends for Bad Movie Times. We watched 2019's Cats, which I have not seen yet, or I hadn't seen before, and that was fascinating. And then also the Riff Tracks version of Twilight, which I had also not seen before, and that was a good time. Oh boy, Cats. The thing that drove me, everybody's got their thing with, Cats. The thing that drove me nuts about it was the editing. I'm like, these shots don't connect to each other. It's extremely clear you did not do any planning. You did not do pre-production. Why are your shots not planned? Why did this song sound so bad? Why? It was driving me nuts. I'm like, your cutting is terrible. There's no cohesion here. And then the one song, it's like, oh, well, Memory is good. Everybody likes Memory. But the one other song that was like, oh, this is good, actually. Feels normal, was Skimbleshank's song. And it's like, oh, it's because this actor is a Broadway performer. And so, therefore, understands how to sing and dance and do a Broadway number. I'm like, oh, this feels like a proper song. Amazing. And then they ruined it the last 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, dang it. We almost had real entertainment, please. If you're going to have a musical, please hire musicians and people who can sing and dance. Otherwise, why are you doing a musical? Those are very, very important things to do. Yeah, basically, when I mean the editing, I'm like, they would have a shot, of with this weird certain angle where the characters are dancing, and then it would just it would do this for 15 frames, and then it would rapidly cut to another shot of the characters dancing, or different characters from a different angle, and I'm like, well, how do these two shots go together? And it would just kind of flop back and forth between all these different shots that don't really have any cohesion. Like, why are we seeing it this way? Why are we seeing it from this way? Poor editing continuity. I'm believing Dan Olson when he says editing has gone down the crapper. And it's because people are not planning their shots. They're not doing pre-production. That's my job, basically, is, these are all the shots you're going to do. This is how they look. Oh, also, thank you for being subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, the point of doing this kind of stuff is that you plan your shots in advance. That way okay, this is where the lighting is going to be. This is how one shot flows into the other. This is, where the camera is pointing for this reason. Now it's pointing here for this reason. And I guess they don't do that anymore? Yeah, well, a Broadway stage production is different from a film. Like in a musical, in a theater thing, you are all seeing it from one angle, so you can do certain things that you can't do in film, and that's one of the advantages of theater. But the main primary advantage of film, the thing that makes film the medium it is is editing. It's cinematography. It's how do you visually compose these shots together? Why did you choose to make this a close-up? Why did you do it from this angle? What does it mean to cut these two together in this way? And storyboarding is an important part of that, because that is basically planning out the movie before the movie happens. And I feel like nowadays they don't do that anymore. They just kind of shoot the movie, and then the editor kind of has to put together the movie, even though that's not the editor's job. Or maybe it's a director thing. I don't know. But I'm just like watching this, and like I feel like somebody watched Moulin Rouge and took all the wrong lessons away from it. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, when movies first started out, they were probably, more like theater, because that was the point of reference for a lot of people. But then it's like, oh, we can shoot this in different ways, and that is the strength of the medium. And I don't feel it, but the problem is that requires good planning. At least if you want it to look good, it requires good planning. And a lot of movies, it feels like, are not shot in very well planned ways. It's very much this, like, we're not going to spend money on pre-production, we're just going to fix it in post sort of thing. And no, you need to spend time on pre-production. One thing, it'll also help you from going over budget, and it'll look better. Now there's, I don't know, it felt very much like this thing of like, oh, we're just gonna, shoot it from a lot of different angles and then cut it together, in a way that we want to. But then there's like, there's no decision making behind your cuts. Plan those in advance, please. I beg you. I mean, that was obviously not the only complaint I had with the movie, but it was something that jumped out to me. Oh yeah, well those are particular fancy shots. For those ones, those were obviously planned in advance, because they were doing a very specific thing with that, where you can't just cut a bunch of stuff together. You had to set up a lot of cameras. That is a very specific shot for a very specific moment. Nice. But most things don't do that. Another thing that bugged me was just like please more steady cams. Like, they would have a still shot, and then just like the camera is moving slightly, like it's a handheld. I'm like, there is no reason for this to be handheld. Put this on solid ground. Why are you jostling all over? I'm sure they'll like it. Yeah, but that is not a thing about editing in general. That was a specific camera technique that was invented purely to basically decompress a moment of action into something where you're like, wow, we're seeing this from a lot of angles, to really appreciate like the impact that's coming. It's kind of like holding your breath, then the action snaps back. It's cool. But people would just kind of use it willy-nilly, and no, please use these for reasons. Yeah, I'm not just talking about that kind of shot, though. I'm talking about planning the whole movie. Planning what every shot is going to be is better than, like, in some ways you have to kind of, okay, I think this one will look better as opposed to this shot, but you shouldn't be doing that a lot. I think it's a lot better if you plan as much as you can in advance. It is going to save you time and money, and it will look better. As opposed to just, we're going to find the movie in the edit. Which, I object to that. But no, that particular one is a very specific kind of shot, and that does require a lot of planning. But I mean, they should plan all their shots, not just the fancy ones. Not just the special ones. Plan all your shots. Yeah, I wish people would tell stuff on time. Ain't that always the way? But yeah, and also the VFX was bad, obviously. But I don't think that was the VFX. Oh, hello, thank you for coming. I am working on Eldritchrune, the Eldritchrune AU. I've been carefully poking away at it for, I don't know, probably over a year at this point. I can't remember when I started it now. It was started at some point. And I'm just doing, I'm doing fills on the characters. So I can go back and, not do that. I can go back and color them later. And I really wish that my arm felt better. It's really annoying. Because right now it should be feeling fine. I am standing up straight. My shoulders are down. I'm drawing lightly with the pen. Because I got this new tablet and yeah, still. It is giving me problems. And I'm really tired of it. Because I'm like, come on, I had nice long rests over the break. Yeah, I should be able to just pop back into this without issue. And I worry it's because I was doing some kind of exercises that may have exacerbated. I cannot pronounce that word. Exacerbated bad feelings in the arms, which is not great. Chris is wandering around. They have found something interesting. Yep, we haven't gotten to the body horror yet. We're at the beginning. And they're like, what are you doing? Here's little Lancer. He gets to show up again. Yay, he's still here. Doing his thing. So really, I'm drawing this a lot smaller because I'm not used to these dimensions. But I can probably go bigger. Chris doing a little exploring. Just, arm, please. You should be fine, arm. We're doing hardly anything with you. My neck is like twisted. I can't twist my neck to the right very well. I twisted it somehow, and I'm not sure how. Maybe that's causing the problem. He looks like baby next to Susie here. She is large. Everybody tends to like draw him like super short in canon, though I guess he's not that short, although he is like a little kid. She still has the horrible, very cool teeth. Now even more horrible and more cool. She'll get you with them. She's gonna get you. Oh, yeah, why can't I? Ooh, I did something to my neck and I can't turn it to the right. That's frustrating. Why did I? I might have overextended on a muscle or something. I stretch too much, which is not great because I need to stretch more. Try and figure this out with my wrist and my arm. At least this is like one of the easiest things to do, is just doing the fills. It just goes along smoothly, and this new tablet's very smooth. I feel like it's a different kind of surface to the previous one I had. I'm not sure. Fill in all those little bits. Ah, why did I draw so many little bits? Chris is like, oh, this is a pig portrayal. Ha 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 ha. Little, well, not a little reference, but it can be if your heart desires it. If you wish it, it'll be true. Yeah, also the visual effects in that movie were pretty heinous. But also, I don't think that was the VFX artist's fault, because from the sound of it, the director did not have the actors wearing mocap suits, which, insane if true. It pretty much means that the animators had to like paint on top of all of the actors by hand. Horrible plan. Would take way longer. It's like, the choices you made, why were they these choices? Weird Mickey Mouse vibes. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. It is going okay, although I am frustrated with the state of my wrist today. I feel like it should be doing better than it is, because I got a new tablet. One that I have to stand to use. So this should be helping me not shrimp so much. I am standing up. I am not shrimped. Please, wrist, work with me. I am not shrimped. You should be doing fine. It has been. It's been one of those days and a few days in a row. And now also I pulled, I think, a muscle too much, because now it's hard turning my head to the right, which is annoying. Wrist, please. You have no reason to be angry at me. This is, as far as I can tell, ideal drawing position. Except for, I don't know, I'm not sure how I could change it anymore, except to maybe lower the thing more, but I'm not sure if I can. Ah, get out of here, auto display. No, I don't want to talk to the displays. Be gone. I'm not sure if I can get it any lower. Oh, I can. Slightly. Okay, let's try that. This thing is heavy. So it's a little hard for me to move. And then I do have to move my neck around a bit. Oh no! Oh no, mattress problems! Oh, those are the worst. I should probably get a new mattress. I've had the current one for, I don't know, how many years? I'm not sure how often you're supposed to replace it. It was just like a IKEA mattress from when I first moved here. So probably I need a new one, but oh my goodness, they're so expensive. And also hard to move by yourself. Yeah, I know you're supposed to, like, I don't know, rotate or replace those more often, but one, difficult, two, expensive. Yeah. I'm sure they have those, like, mattress delivery things. I don't know if those are any good, but yeah, I don't think mine would fit in the car either, to be honest. My car is not the largest. Alright, now we're on to page 2. So at least these are going kind of speedy. Okay, yeah, I lowered my tablet a little bit more. Maybe that'll help. Trying to keep my arm in a good position. It should not be giving me trouble. Again, shoulders are down. Spine is straight. Man, if I could, I would, like, I don't know, pay some, like, furniture maker engineer. I'm like, please design me a desk that's like perfectly proportioned to me so that I don't mess up my body. However, I've done that. Oh no. It's like Final Destination, but instead of a log hitting you, you just get thwapped with a mattress. That would probably still hurt quite a bit. It came off the bungee cords. Yeah, I should rotate it. Just try and find my missing PSP, because I'm like, what if that battery explodes? I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know where I kept it. Unless it's like in a drawer I have really packed away somewhere. No clue. Oh no, that's terrifying. I would not like that. Ugh. Driving anywhere with large things in cars not meant to hold large things is just kind of terrifying. You're like, this is not designed for this. I feel precarious. And I don't have bungee cord stuff, so if it's not fitting inside my car, I just can't take it places. Be like, nope, you have to bring it to me, please. I mean, that is useful for what pickup trucks are useful for. Although, I feel like you'd have to have an older truck now, because all the modern trucks now are like these giant tanks, but with like small truck beds. When you need the opposite. You need a small little guy in the front and a big bed in the back. If you want to haul a lot of stuff. Stop giving your trucks tiny little beds. Wait, he drove over a half-collapsed bridge? What? The shenanigans? Oh no. I remember Silly Putty. I remember it came in like those little eggs. I don't know what it was, except you're like, you can lift up newsprint with it. Cool, I guess. Probably made your hands smell really weird. They had a lot of like that goo stuff for kids in the 90s. Like, here's gack and slop, whatever. Big sparkly goo. Make your hands smell weird. Gross people out with it. Do whatever. The government can't stop you. Get all these little guys. There's so many little guys here. Also, I forget what the text was I wrote here. I might have to change some of it. I never had silly children goo when I was growing up. Let me know if any of you guys had weird little silly children goo. Oh no! No! I'm frolicking in the woods with perfect cell reception. Oh no. Like, everything worked fine for me. Oh yeah, we had Play-Doh. I don't know if Play-Doh counts as like weird goo. Play-Doh felt more like, actual clay, I guess. Weird goo is like slime tutorials, I guess. Turn that into a sitcom. What if Murphy's Law, but Murphy was fine the whole time, it was everybody else. Weird goo. I did have Play-Doh growing up. It was advertised because it was non-toxic, means kids can eat it and they won't die. Very useful if you're dealing with very little kids. Oh no. Childhood clay goo, pretty much. Remember all those little machines that's like, use this machine with your Play-Doh to make spaghetti hair. No, wait. Wasn't that this AI nonsense? Ugh. I'm pretty sure that has not stopped and has in fact gotten worse. Thanks, Tech Bros. We really love your machine that makes up lies and uses a lakes full of water to do it. It's like, I can make up lies all I want. I don't have to drain, half of Lake Michigan in order to tell you one. Other Reddit suggestions. KYS. It's up to you to determine what that means. Keep yourself safe. Alright, finish Chris real quick and then I'll take a stretch break. I hope I have found the magic height for drawing. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising kids ate Play-Doh. It's like, well, here's this weird gummy thing and it's colorful. It's like candy. So they designed it's like, okay, if kids eat it, they won't die. We're fine. And there were other kids' toys in, like, I don't know, the 60s or 70s that could kill you. It's like, here, have the Easy Bake Oven. It heats up just like a real one. Don't touch these parts. You will get burned. Yep, chalk eater. And chalk is edible. It's mostly just calcium. I don't think it would taste very good. Chris never keeps themselves safe. Okay. I think it's been half an hour. Oh, no, I missed a few down here. Just a few. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Play-Doh is pretty salty. But also, like, I think the consistency determines, like, how it is, because I think you can get it wet, right? And that might make it a little bit more gooey as opposed to, like, crumbly. Okay, I need to do some stretches, but we'll see how I do with my neck, because, yeah, can't move it to the right. Not sure why, but it's really complaining about that. Yeah, Chris probably ate some Play-Doh. My child, is that safe for humans? Chris tutorial gets out the How to Care for Humans book. He just never mentions Play-Doh. He's like, well, maybe it's fine. What if it's not fine? It's probably fine. I don't know if it's fine. And Chris was fine. Okay, humans can do that. And I was just like, Mom, I ate Play-Doh too. It's not a big deal. Yes, it is, honey. What if humans can't eat that? I can do the up and down neck stretches, okay, but side to side is, I don't know what I did, but going to the right is next, like, no, I do not like that. Stop doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it's real, like, solidarity. I should check too. Ow, ooh. Bad, neck, bad. What did you do? Bad neck. Go sit in the corner. Why is this point of extreme importance so prone to articulation troubles? Okay. Yeah, I think if there's anything lipstick is meant to be put on, it's your mouth. I mean, you don't want to eat it. It's probably still gross, but like if you get it in your mouth, it's meant to be there. It's okay. Lipstick. I'd be more concerned about getting lipstick in my eye. That sounds pretty upsetting. And again, I get upset about anything in my eye. I'm like, don't do that. That's why I'm like, how do you guys put on mascara, right? A little stick so close to your eyeballs. No. I just end up blinking rapidly. So I do not try it. I don't like anything close to my eyes. If I ever had to get glasses, I'm like, I don't think I could do contacts, just glasses. We'll see if I have to in the future. Oh no. Oh. You should be able to wear what you want in high school. That's the time to wear weird stuff. You should have been like, I am dead. I'm in high school. Yeah, my parents wear glasses, but they wear them for like reading and driving. They don't wear them all the time, kind of thing. So I'm kind of wondering if I'm eventually going to get to the point where I will need glasses, but I'm not there yet. Hopefully. Come on, wrist. Time for the stretchies. Yeah. Sorry about stretchy stuff, but I really do have to do it because wrist has been a blig lately. So it's very important to keep that up. To that end, I'll be back for one more stretch or two. I am back. With the waters. Yeah, neck is okay going to the left, but to the right it is complaining. Ouch. But still, we carry on regardless. Gotta be a little sheet ghost. It's like, what's happening down there? I'm just a little guy. Susie, remarkably tolerant of things hanging out on top of her head. Considering. I need to eventually move to two colors once I get into some overlapping big guys, little guys kind of situations. There's a chance to happen with this comic. How often do people go as sheet ghosts to Halloween? With just, get a big sheet, cut eye holes in it. You can be like, I'm the Lego ghost. Even better if it's a glow-in-the-dark sheet. fill this guy in. He's, well, I'll say you're small on this one. Yeah. We gotta do little fill-ins again. All over the place. I haven't seen a Lego movie in ages either. Should see that again. That's a good one. Lego Batman was also very fun. I love the fact that they like invented whole systems for doing that with like Lego smears. Like that's just super cute. Smear frames with Legos. Well, I hope your cousin likes your drawing. We're still investigating. Even though they should be careful. There might be body horror waiting around the corner. Yeah, the Batman Lego movie was pretty good. I liked it. I'm not the biggest Batman fan, and I enjoyed it, so that means it's overall pretty good. With body horror and our Eldritchrune, it's more likely than you think. Shocking, but true. Figured Chris would remember, hey, if you wander off too far, you're likely to run into a horrible thing that will kill you. And I gotta revive you, and that's a whole deal. This isn't your dad's Deltarune. The very normal story about normal teenagers. And definitely nothing weird happening there. I hope we get new chapters soon. But also I don't hope we get them when I have things going on. Please bring them to us on a weekend where I'm free to take time and play through it very carefully. Do my commentaries and stuff. I still do need to set aside time to replay chapters 1 and 2, and I want to do more full commentary on them because I haven't really done that in a way that I posted somewhere. So I'd like to do that. I'm not sure in what context. Rated D for dog. The annoying dog, that is. Which I'm not sure when he's going to show up again. Got it at some point. I feel like every time I draw Chris, their hair is different. I don't know how to help this. Like, there's a 2-part cowlick at the top, and the rest is just, Well, thank you. Thank you much. They are the cutest thing around here. Everything else is mostly pretty spoopy. I feel like it's also kind of like bleeding into how I draw regular Chris, so I have to like reference the sprite again to be like, how would I draw regular Chris if they're not the same as Eldritchrune Chris, because that should be different. Easy with most of the characters, but Chris probably looks the most alike their actual counterpart, except for Lancer. Or even just looking at your own hands. That's often a useful thing. Sometimes I'm like, wait, how did the hand go? Then I'm like, wait, I have hands. Stares at my hands. There we go. Well, that's part of the problem. I really should take the time to do more studies, but I'm like, but then I don't have time to do the other stuff I want to do. But I should really study some more because my human anatomy is starting to get a little questionable. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you can't get your hand right to the position you want, so you either need a mirror or some reference photos. Just start it. Consistency will come when you do it. You cannot wait for it to be at a consistent point because that point will never come. Your art is always changing as you do things. So you might as well jump in and be like, okay, here we go. With the knowledge that it will change over time, and that is okay. It is supposed to do that. You can definitely see how like Skybox changed over time for me. And it changed even more from when like my earliest versions of first starting it. That's just kind of inevitable. But books are all well and good, but honestly, especially when it comes to something like, you know, real life stuff like human anatomy, best place for reference is actual human beings. And I look at how our own hands are put together, kind of feel how they're put together. I always appreciate artists who are just like totally excel at drawing hands. You can tell that's the thing they like to draw. So like they just pour their effort into it and it's like, oh dang, that looks so cool. I mean, reference is reference. You're just you know, you're just drawing how you want to draw. Like that's often why, you know, you want to reference stuff from real life more than just books, because you're going to be able to take your own spin on it. And what the heck is that line doing there? Get out of there. Get out of there. What are you doing? Alright, back to this. So however you may draw, if you draw straight from real life references, you're more likely to get something that feels comfortable to you. Because the book can show you ideas, but they can only show you how that particular person approaches it. You might approach it differently. In which case, again, the best way to get reference is to look at something in real life. Well, people who draw video game and stuff, they also look at real life. Like, they're not cutting all that from their imagination either. All the anime stuff there, they are doing real life poses and stuff. Always you want to be learning from, again, real life reference is the way to go. Yeah, but I'm saying if you're self-teaching, then something you want to do to teach yourself that's really good is draw from real life. Because that's what all the other manga artists are doing. It's like a game of telephone, but like if you're just learning to draw from like somebody else's books or the way they do it, you're getting it from their perspective, which is fine. It's good to have different perspectives, but you have to branch out from that. And a good way to branch out from that is to draw directly from the source, from real life people, real life things. So you will get the benefits of, okay, this is how this person approaches it, and this is how I approach it. And you can take the things from people that you like and how they approach it and apply it to yours. And if you don't really jive with the way they do this approach, you can do something else. I'm not putting down your art at all. I'm just saying, like, if you want to keep learning and improving, then a great way to do that is it's not like don't look at books at all. Don't look at other people's stuff. that's great and fine. But a really great way, if you want to keep improving, is to, again, just observe from real life. And at first you might be like, I don't like how this looks. This doesn't look right. But the more you do it, the more you'll be like, okay, I'm using my observational skills, and that'll also help you pull from other art sources better, from other books better. Yes, finding the right reference is the hard part. Especially nowadays, where it's becoming harder and harder to find good references online, because they're like, well, we're just going to fill us with AI slop and not give you actual reference images. It's like, thanks! This is the opposite of what I wanted! But yes, rope your siblings into doing weird stuff. I remember a while ago, what was really big were those little wooden dolls, those little wooden mannequins that you could like articulate around. And it's like, use this for an artist ref stuff. And it's like, those are all well, oh, good grief. Of course, the one place where I do it is here at the end. I missed that juncture there. And those are all well and good, but like, in terms of a good reference for human bodies, those articulated dolls are just not very articulated. They can't really capture the full range of motion you can do as a human. And turns out still the best way to do that is looking at actual peoples. You can't get the doll to go all the ways you want. It's good for, actually, what I think that doll is probably good for is lighting reference. You shine a light on that, and then you can figure out, okay, the light is, whew. Excuse me. Yeah, you can shine a light directly on that and see how that falls across a figure. So in that sense, that those dolls have some use, yeah. Actually, I think I still do. I had one for a horse. Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to, like, build up a library of research terms, and I'm like, okay, I want it from this angle for doing this kind of thing. Like, we heard, I have dipper pine sneezes? What does that mean? Everybody makes fun of my sneeze. Yeah, certainly the way I draw eyes have changed over time. I did used to have more anime eyes, I think, and then I was like, I don't really like drawing anime eyes. I'm going to do them this way instead. And I just kind of changed that way over time. That's what I mean. You kind of choose, pick and pull from what you want to do. I know from Gravity Falls, but why do I have Dipper Pine sneezes? I don't remember how he sneezes now. Oh no! Everybody makes fun of my sneezies. My parents say that, oh yeah, when you were like a little baby, you used to sneeze like this. That was a little baby kitten sneeze. I just haven't gotten away from it. That's preferable to how my grandpa used to sneeze, which is like like train horn going through. It was terrifying. Ugh. I never did watch much Cardcaptor Sakura growing up. But yes, we all have different influences, and those change over time too. My advice is usually just pull from as many influences as possible. It will only benefit you. To broaden your horizons. Why are sneezes either like little baby kitten sneezes or like terror horns? Sneezes can't just be simple. They have to be something you make fun of people for. Like, what even is a normal sneeze? I don't know. Actually, my parents probably have normal sneezes. They're, like, quiet. Here's a question. How do all the Eldritchrune characters sneeze? Like, what's your sneeze headcanon for? You know, Chris, Susie, Noelle, Birdley. We know Noelle does the fa ha ha, like fa la 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 kind of laugh. Can you do a holiday sneeze? I'm going to put some motion blur on this later. Them and the Holocrons. Like how does Susie sneeze? How does Chris sneeze? I feel like Chris has like a really quiet sneeze and it's kind of spooky because you're like, wait, did they sneeze? Or did I imagine it? It'd just be very funny if Susie had like a kitten sneeze. And Rosse had the horn sneeze. It's like, wait, aren't those backwards? I hope they like it. Wow, Chris fell down the hole. And they're like, dang, they fell down the hole. Rudy would sneeze like an exploding train. He probably would. That sounds about right for Rudy. Asgore, 2 giant sneezes. And they like first adopted Chris. Chris is, you know, getting along, and then Asgore sneezes and just scares the crap out of Chris. Asgore, you can't sneeze like that around a human baby. I'm sorry, I'll try not to. It's fine, Toriel. Chris is just small and they heard a loud noise. Yeah, Rudy's already got a bad cough in the hospital. From whatever is ailing him. Which I don't want him to die. That's gonna be sad. And again, it's not a condemnation of your drawing or anything. It's just a, hey, this is a good thing to do in general, regardless of skill level, that is helpful to you. And builds confidence. Everybody yell! Yell at the Chris, fall down the hole. Elevator, go down the hole. I know it's from Tiny Toons, but I don't remember where specifically from Tiny Toons it's from. Randomly sneezes and Susie's like, ah! First your laugh and now this? What's going on? And Chris just kind of stares at her for her kitten sneeze, and she's like, what? It's just a sneeze. Weirdo. At least I have one. Birdley has like some like ridiculous tweeting sneeze, like I don't know, something dumb like that. Anytime it happens, everybody just kind of stops and stares at him, and he has to pretend like it's fine. But Asriel? Yeah. I don't know, I saw some art recently that had Asriel like college age Asriel kind of being more Asgore shaped, like he's a really big guy, big chest and stomach. And I was like, I like that. He could have like a big, big barrel sneeze. What does a pro gamer sneeze? How does a gamer sneeze? Important questions for us. No, Chris falling down. Or they're just like, this is the sneeze of a gamer. My sneezes are the smartest sneezes. I'm full with so much knowledge I just can't help it. It just gets out sometimes. So much smarts. What a topic. It's like, how do characters sneeze? An essay. Oh, Chris is falling down the hole. He sneezes at Minecraft enchantment table. I have no clue what that sounds like. I haven't played Minecraft. Pressing that in harder. I know, falling down. Evil edition. I don't remember how falling down goes. Busy drawing a world. Go play Minecraft. I have never played Minecraft. I don't know when I will. Timeline implodes. Wait a minute, you're not Asriel. Then who's the real Asriel? It implodes like, we were playing, when I was doing Outer Wilds and I accidentally broke the timeline. It's like that, except it's like Asriel and Flowey in the same space. You broke the fabric of space-time. Bad end. Oh, that's what a dog's meant to do. Bark at nothing. Only the dogs know what they be barking at. That's the worst part about these kind of posts is like the armor. It's like, oh, what's going on with the armor? Something. Nice, nice. Things are happening in the armor. Good luck guessing what. Oh, no, I think we can do that one. Pull that one over. So I'm gonna have to go back in and do like all the background design stuff. Cause a lot of this stuff is just like kind of a vague sandy area, like an hourglass. Ugh, I don't know. I feel like some people are kind of expecting that. They're like, oh, Flowey's gonna show up, blah blah blah. I'm like, but why? He's literally Asriel in Undertale. And we know that Asriel is at college until he comes home. Oh yeah, I love this song. I know this is technically not Undertale, but I'm like, screw it, it's going on the Undertale Deltarune. Playlist, it must go. Yeah, some people are expecting Flowey. I would say no. Please do not expect the flowers. Also, another thing I keep seeing is like a frequent secret boss thing is like the flowers in the trash can. I'm like, that's too obvious, my dude. The whole thing with the secret bosses is like you don't really guess. They don't really hint ahead of time who or what they are, at least so far. If you have found them already, they're probably not a big secret. Reverse Flowey. I still hold to my thoughts that Rouse has Chris's soul. Specifically Chris's soul in the red horn headband. Because the red horn headband seems like a given with pink horns. Yeah, I don't think he's evil. He definitely knows more than he is telling. That much is true. But I don't know about evil. He's acting in some ways similar to Flowey in that he's at least, doing some tutorial stuff for us. But still pretty different. Yeah, we gotta do this for the greater good. We have to stick on this path. Deviate from it would be a problem. Like that seems to concern him more than anything else. Is like there is a path we are supposed to be on, and if we get off of it, then bad things will happen. I guess the question is how what's going to happen, and two, how much of that does he know, and why does he know? Yeah. It's possible, for sure. I think Chris might be of a similar mind to some reason, to some degree about that. Because if they wanted to get rid of us, they could. I think at least they could try harder for it. But for whatever reason, they are like, okay, I don't necessarily like this, but I'm stuck with it. Yeah, I think they were freaked out by the fact that, okay, I'm now, stuck with this situation, I'll make do with it. And then it's like, oh no, if this thing controlling me leaves, is that the end for me? That would be a scary prospect. That would not be good. And we're still not certain how that's going to work out. Oh, I missed a spot there. Get to that. And ad break. Well, that's the perfect time for me to do a stretch, which is what I'm going to do as soon as I finish this. Yeah, no. Stop that. Back to that. Fine. Expand, please. Okay. It is once again time to stretch break. So I will do that and also get water and stuff like that. Ugh. Ow, ow, ow. Poor neck. Ugh. Break. Alright, we'll try and move my neck again, even though this is not great. And also, I noticed some new followers. I really need to add little, ding musics to that. So I'll be like, hey, new follower, hello. Thank you for following me. Even though I take frequent breaks to stretch while I'm drawing to help with my wrist, because wrist is a problem. And it's hard to take a stretch break right now because I cannot move my neck to the right very well. For unknown reasons, I probably pulled something. Again. Just need to take special care of my spine and shoulders and arm and all that. Ugh. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. So annoying. I can pull it to the left perfectly fine. The right is being a problem. Usually it's the opposite. I feel like usually the left is the one that gets people worse off, but right now it is my right. I'm not sure why that is. Ugh. But still, we carry on and make do. Whew. Thank you for bearing with me through all the stretches. I see some people just like carrying on with like, you know, speed running or drawing or whatever without taking any breaks. And I'm like, please, you need to do that more frequently. It's gonna come back and get you like it got me. And it sucks when that happens. So now I stretch constantly. And still there are problems. Also, nice big window I can look out to help with my eyeball sight. I know I already stare at screens way too much, so reminder to look out the window and be like, okay, look at something that's like, I don't know, 20 feet away or whatever, or 20 miles away. I don't remember the rules for it. Okay. Pulling on that. Been all cold, but not been very rainy lately, which is a bit of a problem in lots of places right now. Ouch. This stretch is also bothering me. Why, arm, why? Alright, I'll be right back for one more stretch and water and such. Alrighty, I am back with water and stuff. All good. I am now returnified. It's time for some more. We'll be on page 4. That's not too bad. This would be more appropriate music for Spamton boss battle. Which I don't know if I'm ever going to get to the Spamton boss battle. I'm taking these as they come. And the boss battles are always a bit of a pain in the butt to draw, honestly. There's always a lot happening in them. But after this comic, the next one I'll do will be a simpler one taking place back in the light world and hometown. So that should not be as much of a drawing burden. There's certainly a pain for the characters. Chris is like, this is a pain right now. What are you talking about? I fell down the hole. All around us, there are pains for ourselves and the characters. That's why it's fun. Make sure the text is not showing in these either. Like, did I turn off all the text for these? I can't remember. I guess I'll find out. On each new page. I did not used to do that. I used to do the text last. And I'm like, you know what, I should start doing the text first. And actually place this stuff where I think it's going to go. Spite is valid motivation. And it turns out, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, it's good to plan this stuff in advance. It saves you time and headache. Planning! We like to do it for things that involve art. Should also be used for a lot of other things, for that matter. And also, hello, thank you for coming. And for being here. Man, I was going to say something about, like, I don't know, chapter 3 or Rouse or something, and I forgot what it is now. It's possible. I think it is zoomed out more because, like, I had it all set up a certain way, and then when I got this new Cintiq, the Cintiq had the dimensions all changed from my other screens, so that just, like, I don't know, it kind of exploded everything from how I previously had it set up. So I'm like, shoot, I gotta try and get it back to what it was, and I don't know if it necessarily worked all the time. I basically asked to borrow this from work, and this is a larger Cintiq than the previous one I had. I think the dimensions are much bigger. Like, I tried using Asaprite on this, or Asaprite, however you pronounce it, and, like, all the text just got super small. So I'm actually not certain what the dimensions of this are. I think the dimensions are quite a bit larger than they were on the previous one, because this is like a... the previous one I had was like a 22, and this is like a 24 Pro. So, I think it's larger. A whole new dimension of sight and sound. A whole new world. A whole new way to screw up OBS. You put your avatar here, now it's over there. Let me show you how all this stuff broke. That's my song. This is not the ending in particular. This is the next comic I'm working on. This is the Jevil fight. I will be doing more on the ending, probably on stream eventually. But I'm like, okay, at this point I can do a little work on non-ending comics, so we can do that for a little bit. Ending is still slowly yet surely coming along. I'm at various places on, like, across 4 parts. And I'd like to eventually, you know, do layouts and stuff for the 5th part too. It's 20 parts long, and I did this entirely to myself. And it's all stuff like, here's armies and explosions and stuff happening, a lot of effects and crowd scenes. It's 20! It's 20 parts long! I wrote it and I'm like, that sure is 20 parts long. This is my punishment for Paper Trail. People were like, oh, there's no ending for Paper Trail. Well, guess what? Now you're gonna get, like, oops, all ending for Eldritchrune. You want it ending here. 20 parts of it. I hope this satisfies you. Because good grief, it's going to take a long time to get through it. That's why I'm just kind of like carefully poking at it like once a week. I'll be like, okay, like one day I'll do like a little bit of work on the ending, and then the rest will be work on the other stuff I have to do. So, yeah, that's going to take a while. And by the time it's done, it's basically going to take me, like, over a month to post. So, it'll just be Eldritchrune ending blitz. For, like, a month and a half. Woohoo! So that's why I'm trying to tell them, like, okay, eventually this will all be done. And I can post it all over a long period of time, and that will be cool. Part of me is almost like, I wonder if this could be like the kind of thing that I could, like, I don't know, advertise with like under event or something, like Eldritchrune ending starting now, yay, go read it, yay. Although I know most of they do like, you know, fan games and stuff like that, so I don't know if like that would work or not. But I did work on that one comic for them that came out November, I think, of last year. Or was it October? I think it was November. That would be cool. That would be cool. I've been debating, because I saw the announcement that they were going to have Alex Roche, or is that how you pronounce his last name, Roche? Basically the voice of Kane hosting the next Under event. I'm like, oh, that might be a fun thing to do, like a reaction stream to. I've never done reaction streams before. Yeah. It's like, you know, big deal. A voice actor is doing hosting stuff for next Under event. So yeah, reaction stream could be fun. In that case, I need to catch up on the lore. There's like lore for it that I'm kind of only vaguely aware of because, again, I had to do some of that for the Green Sands comic that I helped on. Helped on that with Akane and Anite. They were both great artists. A very easy team to work with. Yes, there is Under event lore. Of course there is. This is about Undertale. Of course there's lore. Like, that's just how the fandom be. So I need to catch up on like what the lore is. Because I'll admit I'm not very good at following like all the various AUs and stuff like that. Like I know they exist, but I don't really know what happens or how they relate to each other. And so I'm like, please, I need like a 5-hour video essay at some point. Somebody explaining like all the Undertale AUs. I know there's like one like kind of brief synopsis of them that was decent, but I want like an in-depth one, like something really unhinged. Just really digging into the wildness of it. Yeah, there's a lot of fandom energy in 2017, 2016, and when it first came out, it exploded. I was just mostly wrapped up in my own thing, so I didn't follow it. Yeah, I've sometimes gotten stuck on a drawing like that. That's really frustrating. Yeah, Undertale Yellow was really good. I wonder if they're going to announce... I don't know if they've announced anything with that, because I feel like that's pretty much done. But Cooking with Kindness looks fun. Tips for the perfectionist stuff. Sometimes you really just got to walk away from it and be like, this is as done as it's going to be. This is good enough. I can't keep noodling away at this. We must move on. Yeah, I got to draw Clover a little bit in the Green Sands comic. They showed up a little bit there. Along with Under Novella Frisk, I guess it was. And a few others. Like, I don't recognize some of these sands. That's okay. That's a lot of dialogues. Yeah. There's so many dialogues. Well, you should finish playing it. Are you playing the, which route are you playing? Are you playing pacifist or neutral or genocide? I have thought that I think Martlet's gonna briefly show up in the Eldritchrune ending. She dies though. She gets eaten. Sorry, Martlet. Sorry. Martlet can't catch a break even here. I still think you're cool, Martlet. But sorry, you do get killed. Yeah, I really have no interest in playing, No Mercy. I think I would super suck at the final boss battle. Universal Constant, the Sheer Clover dies. No. Neutral, I think, has one of the... Neutral was really well done. I really like the neutral ending. I kind of wish it, like, forced you to do neutral first before doing the pacifist, like Undertale does. So I feel like the impact of stuff in pacifist would be heightened by what goes on in neutral. Yeah, I guess the lead up is not quite as strong, but yeah, that final boss battle was extremely awesome. Very difficult. I struggled through that, but it felt like a real struggle for sure. It was fun and was appropriately creepy. Nope. I guess so. I don't know. I'm not sure what you would have to tweak in order to, like, force you to do neutral first, like the way Undertale does. Because, yeah, when you're going into Yellow, you're pretty much like, oh, I can do pacifist. I'm going to do pacifist the whole way through. And even with, like, pacifist, you can kind of diverge from true pacifist at, like, the last minute to get a different ending as well. Sort of. Yeah, I guess that is part of the problem. It would mean doing 2 full runs, whereas like Undertale Pacifist, like you can pretty much start always with a neutral run, and then go pretty quickly into Pacifist if you did it that way. Whereas yeah, with Yellow, you pretty much have to start from scratch once you're done with neutral. True. Yeah, the 4th area is very different depending on what route you do. Yeah, the music's... I think that's part of what makes Yellow stand out so good as a fan game. It's just the music is really excellent. And that's such an important part of, like, Undertale and what makes it have the staying power. It's just, like, everybody loves the music. The music is so good. You know, obviously, a lot of that's Toby's skill. But the composers, I think it was M&S for Yellow... Like, yeah, they were also super skilled, and you can tell it makes a big difference. Like, oh, good grief. What was, Axis's boss battle music again? Any one of the ones, like either Pacifist or, No Mercy. Like, all of his boss battles music's really good. Mother's Love, really good. Yeah, Guns Blazing. Ah, so good. Guns Blazing, End of the Line. Both of those, super good. The Geno boss battle, awesome. Ah, really good stuff. I should listen to that soundtrack again. Also, Enemy Retreating never gets enough love because, like, you have to hear it under very specific circumstances. Yeah, that alone is an admirable feat. For sure, for sure. Yeah, that's true. I do think the second phase of Geno final boss battle not as strong as some of the other ones. It's still good. It's still amazing, but not quite as strong as other ones. That's, for some people, it's what they prefer. I just look at that and I'm like, okay, I know supposedly this is like totally doable, but if I ain't gonna attempt No Mercy, Undying, or Sands, I don't think I'm gonna attempt that one either. No, thank you. I will watch other more skilled people do it on their own, and then Flowey can yell at me for it. Yeah, the design is great though. I love the design there. It's so cool. Yeah, I think it's axis in like axis of evil or something, like the axis of a wheel. At least Xbox Sans won't. You gotta wonder who's gonna be our what will be our final boss for Deltarune. What's gonna be like the really hard one that trips up everybody. Everybody's like, ah, no. Oh, that sounds very difficult. Yeah. I think they did make those battles a little bit easier because people were struggling, and it makes sense that they're a little bit more difficult. This is specifically for Undertale fans. Well, at least it's not like, you know, some other fan boss battles where it's just like insane stuff is happening and it's like not even a really well balanced fight, just kind of unfair. Dodge all these ridiculous bullets. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, we may not get a cool final boss battle in Weird Route. Yeah, some people think that we're going to continue that in Chapter 3. I'm kind of disinclined towards that. I don't think we're going to... If we do a Weird Route, it's definitely not going to be a kill everybody. And then we convinced Toriel to kill Undyne. Like, I just don't see that happening. Not impossible, but I feel like it's unlikely. Once murdering Toriel. That would be a change. That would be a shift. I don't see it happening. I feel like the inclination is more towards the Weird Route is specific to Noelle and what's going on with her. Yeah, I'm not sure how else we'll see it unless, like, maybe Birdly gets brought up. Although, I don't know. I kind of wonder how much stuff is actually going to be addressed in Chapter 3. Because Toby keeps saying, oh, you know, it's not very plot heavy. It's mostly about interesting mechanics. I'd just like to try something new. I hope people like it. Seems that's a smaller one lore-wise. Which is also why I'm kind of also disinclined away from Chris Knight. Because, like, okay, if this is supposed to be the big reveal about, oh my goodness, it was Chris all along, then, like, why is the one Dark World that we see them making the one that's like, oh, it's not that lore-heavy? Why are we mostly doing shenanigans? If this is supposed to be the big change. I am like curious. I do want to see what all the shenanigans are. Please give me the shenanigans. We know nothing about 5. We know it's in the middle of production right now. What's going to happen in it? I don't know. I still think we're going to get Caddy and Jockington joining in Chapter 4. That is my current guess. I know, it's coming. It's coming soon, like, please. I guess it would be possible. But again, if the whole thing is like... Again, yeah, all of this is obviously still possible. Yeah, May release sounds good. April or May would be good for me. No more than 353 days left. And likely a lot less, since last we heard was basically, hey, we're working on PC testing for Chapter 4. And there's not much left to go after that. And he's like, I don't know when the next... not to be the same time as that. And he's like, I don't know when the next newsletter is going to happen. So that probably means he's expecting to announce the release date at the next newsletter. So once he knows when the announcement is, that's when we'll get a new newsletter. That's my guess. But yeah, I can easily see before. I would be surprised if it's first quarter, but second quarter seems likely. Second quarter seems like a good bet. Again, Toby, just don't do it in early March or late July, and I'll be good. Oh, here's big Jevil reveal. He's a really big guy. Wait, is Rain World doing more DLC? I thought they came out with the big Downpour DLC, and that had like a ton of stuff in it. The world is surely revolving right now. Ooh, Watcher DLC. Oh, is there a new Slug Cat? Different from the other Slug Cats that we saw? I know there was like a whole bunch. I haven't played Rain World because I know I would suck at it and die all the time. Ooh. So what's the Slug Cat's gimmick? Like, I know that, like, you know, Rivulet can swim in the water, and Gourmet needs more food. Oh, Adland. We'll ask after Adland. Also, I may need to... Actually, I should probably stop right now and take a break anyway. I think. Or do I need to go a little more? Oh, we'll finish this page. Then I'll do my break, I think. Well, I can usually go a little further. I can't remember when I stopped. I probably can go a little further. When are breaks? Who knows? Need to pay more attention to them. Either way, we are done with this page. Adland over. Goodbye to you, Adland. Adlandia. But yeah, I was wondering what the gimmick of the Watcher Slug Cat is. Because I remember some of the gimmicks like, you know, Rivulet can swim, and Gourmet needs more food, and Artificer can make certain things, but they're also like, and I don't remember what it was. Was it Hunter was the one that was dying, so they're basically like the speed run one. They have to get through it fast before they die. I can't remember. I looked all the stuff up vaguely a long time ago. We will get all the Slug Cats going. No, sorry. I must be being like, blah, ads, and then also trying to see if I could remember what all the various slug cats were and what they did. But I could not remember all of them. Because again, I've only seen this stuff secondhand. I have not played it. Endless cranberries in a diner. That means that diner is going to be full of spiders. All those wolf spiders are hiding in the cranberries. Apparently that's like a requirement. It's like, do you want to work in cranberry fields? You better not be arachnophobic, because the spiders will crawl on you. Do you care about spiders crawling all the way up you? You better not if you want cranberries. Big spiders. Yes, the wolf spiders are also employees. You have to respect your spider co-workers. They have little uniforms. Little cranberry uniforms. They should give the spiders little uniforms. I don't know how you would give a spider a uniform, but... Hi, I'm Carl. I work in pest management for these cranberry farms. I've been working here a whole 8 days. Of course, I only live to be about 3 months long, so that's like half my life. Oh no. You scared of spiders? Scared of spooters? Yeah, I think you have to be of a certain type to be like, I am fine with the spiders crawling up my body. Spiders are like, oh god, the fields are flooding. It's like, we told you this. Oh, the flood, ah! Yeah, that is, I think it's one thing when it's like one spider. When it's like a lot of spiders crawling on you. Scared of every bug? Oh. Bugs are our friends, though. They are an important part of our world. Bugs are to be respected. I'm trying to work on being better about bugs. At least the bugs that I don't like, because there's some bugs that I'm fine with. At least definitely working with crickets and feeding them to Lizord will help you get over fear of bug, because you're like, okay, this bug is going to jump on me and I just have to live with that. It'll be fine. That's true. A large butterfly coming at your face is like, ah! I have been dive bombed by like those kinds of things. Well, definitely the worst was getting dive bombed by a flying cockroach. I didn't appreciate that, especially since it was in the shower. Like, ah, it's large. Ah, it's flying at my face. Ah, be gone. Yeah, exactly. You just gotta respect bugs. You're like, this is your world, bugs. We're just living in it. Be like, thank you, bugs, for giving us food to eat, basically. So yeah, I can imagine a lot of spiders crawling up you would, that would not go over well. Thank you, bugs. But bugs that kind of freak me out are like centipedes or scorpions. I really don't like scorpions. Yeah, I think that's also part of the problem. If it's something that you don't expect, that's a lot worse than like, okay, I see this bug and I expect it to jump in my direction. Oh no. Flew under the glasses, oh no. Scorpions are not bugs, but they're one of those things that just kind of gets, lumped in with bugs as small, creepy, crawly, even though I know that technically they're not bugs, I guess they're closer to crabs. Oh, thank you, bee movie. The problem is we already know that bees are important, but a lot of bugs that we don't think about are important too. Like, wasps are also important. They also pollinate things. Where it's like, we don't pollinate our food, therefore we hate you. Are they arachnids? I don't think so, because arachnids have 8 legs. Don't scorpions have 10? Doesn't that kind of put them more the quality of like lobsters, basically? Yeah, like I know spiders are not technically... bugs covers a lot of things. I think when people say bugs, they mean insects, which is 6 legs and wings. Scorpions are arachnids, okay. Which is weird, so like, yeah, don't they have 10 legs? Do they have 8 legs? I don't remember this. 8, I guess? Meanwhile, centipedes and millipedes over here like, let's just add more legs, more legs. I do like catching bugs in Animal Crossing. Not so much scorpions and tarantulas, but they're fun. Or the bees. Gnats! I don't like gnats. I used to have to walk through clouds of them on my way home from school. It's just like, close my mouth and my eyes and hope they don't get into my body. Yeah, I know Vriska's all spider themed, but I don't remember if scorpions are technically arachnids or if they are just kind of in that general vicinity. I am not an etymologist. I don't know bug classifications very well. Oh, speaking of bugs, it's spider dance. That's what you do when you harvest cranberries. You do the spider dance. Cranberry music to harvest cranberries too. I wonder if they do have that kind of thing. I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I do. Best mixtape. I'll have to find that one later. I think it's about time for me to take another stretch break, though. I'm so frustrated at my poor arm. Come on. I'm doing this the best that I can, all lightly. No pressure. What do you want from me? When the cranberries be picking. Amazing. All the spiders pick cranberries along to the music. They're your co-workers now. Oh, ghost stuff, even better. That is a good one. I'll do little pointy bits. Alright, I need to take a stretch break. Probably overdue. Let's stretch my poor broken neck some more. Yes, take this opportunity to stretch yourself. JSAP Spider Dance. Do you know those video game songs things are pretty fun? People are like, huh? I'm trying, Neck. I'm trying. Why don't you cooperate with me? Oh, can you submit like fan music or fan game music? Yeah, I really do like Meltdown. Meltdown's good. I don't know what the submission process is like for music there. I just see it occasionally pop up and I'm like, oh, this is cool, or oh, this is funny. I don't know, there was one that came through recently that was just, I don't remember what it was from, but it was a soundtrack of something. It was very weird. Oh, okay. I see, it's just way too deep. Oh, there's a Tumblr, there's a Tumblr blog that's basically like polls for do you like this video game music? And it will post music for a music video game and be like, yes, I've heard it before and I like it. I've heard it before and I don't like it. I've not heard it before and I don't like it. Stuff like that. And you can choose what you want. Oh, in August. Oh, that's a while ago. Yeah, that's deep. That is a long time ago in a submission box far, far away. I just wish that my wrist felt better. It's so annoying. Didn't even draw that much yesterday. Like I barely did. I mostly had to do a bunch of chore stuff. So it's not like I'm overworking it. It's just being frustrating. Maybe I just have to get used to this setup more. I don't know. Thank you. Maybe I should make another appointment with physiotherapist. See if he can unpick apart my muscles and give any more advice, because this is annoying. I want to be done with this. I want this to happen no more. I'm doing everything I can. I think especially the frustrating thing is I'm trying to do more strength training this year. And I think that might be making it worse. Like whenever I try and do stretches or exercises where I lift my arms over my head, that like exacerbates the problem. And I'm like, but I need to be able to do that at some point. It's so frustrating. We need our hands for so many things. Pet the rat. Cherish the rat. Give all your worldly possessions to the rat. How can we do these things if our hands are hurt? It is extremely unfair. And I already hate those things. I'm like, why don't you just use AI? I'm like, why don't you shut up? Why don't you go walk into a lake? I don't want that. I want my hands to work. Alright, I will be right back for one more stretch or two. Alrighty, I am back. Oh, what's this song? Let me check. This is Respite and Undertale. Re-undulate from Undervale. So a couple different things mixed together. It is a nice one though. I do like it. I do like this video game remix, in fact. Okay. Let's try and do some more work on this. And apparently Canadian Health, well, at least the work-based thing did not cover the time I had to be off, because they're like, it doesn't look like this injury was caused from work, so we're not going to cover it. And I'm like, I was not working bad enough, apparently, for that. So I lost a lot of money in that. And I don't really want to do that again. I have the stuff I want to do. Let me be able to do this stuff. Please. Yeah, a lot of nice remixes here. Yeah, exactly. Go for a swim. Enjoy nature. Be cured of whatever you've got going on with you. There's no curing whatever's going on with Jevil here. He's got something weird going on. That something is probably chaos. Walk into the woods and never return, indeed. Let the woods take you. Solution to your problem. Yep. Ugh. So frustrating. So many things to get through just to be able to do what I want. Which is draw stuff for people. Please, life. Just let me do this. Hello, thank you for coming to the stream. Good afternoon, although it is still technically morning here. I am lamenting my wrist being a pain. Even though this should technically be fine, because I am in a very good position. I am not shrimped over. I am drawing stuff pretty loosely. So I'm not sure why it's giving me these problems. And I already changed them from previous issues where I'm like, this is feeling bad. I really need to change up how I'm drawing this stuff. So I did. It's as shrimple as that. Art is not essential. Not to you, maybe. To me, I have to do it. If I don't, I get the wobblies. I go a little bonkers. I haven't drawn recently enough disease. It sucks. Brain gets discombobulated, all out of sorts. I know, exactly. It do be like that sometimes. It really does feel like, I need to draw. And I go insane. I know, it's like, why don't you try drawing your blorbos and maybe you'll feel better. Even badly. All business majors need to take an extra course in drawing their blorbos. It's good for them. Maybe if you indulge in some whimsy of being human, you can calm down a bit. Maybe try writing a little story, drawing a little guy. Oh, gotta get that stuff up there. Doing stuff with your own two hands? Yeah, exactly. It can be so many different things. You can do a stupid dance. You can try cooking. You can sing badly. You can do what you want forever. You can build something in Minecraft. You can make dumb videos using your toys and stop motion. You can knit something. You can cross stitch. You can make a hand puppet. I do not understand all these. No, I have to make lots of money, sort of like boring. Boring. Money exists for one thing, so we can make more weird little guys. I don't want to make dollars, I want to make weird little guys. Well, I do want to make dollars, but I only want to make dollars so that I have more time and space to do weird little guys. You can make levels in video games. You can make twine stories. Exactly. People want the money so they can be stable and feel secure. When you have security, you have the freedom to make weird little guys. But that's the true evil of capitalism. Prevents us from making weird little guys. I do wish I knew how to make music more. I feel like I'd have to study that more. I even forgot how to read music, which is sad. I used to be able to do it back when I played in middle school band, which was interesting. Experience I'm glad I did, although I did not keep up with it. I wanted to play trumpet, but my parents said no. I wanted to play tuba, but my parents said no. So I played the trumpet instead. I don't know why I wanted to play the tuba, other than like the novelty of it, because like I don't think I would have had enough breath in my lungs to fill a tuba. But I did my best with trumpet. All the other girls in class, they all were just overloaded on flutes and clarinets. I think I was the only girl brass player. Ooh, cello's nice. Unlock your inner sands. Honestly, if I want to learn a language, I'd like to learn ASL. I think that would be cool to learn and also useful. But I don't know how many places let you like learn ASL. I'd have to look into that more. I don't think Duolingo offers ASL. Oh, French horn's kind of neat too. And honestly, it's okay if you don't stick to a creative thing long term, especially if it's not your job. Just again, play an instrument. Try a silly thing because you like. Learn about a new culture. Learn a new language. There's more to see than can ever be seen, as the Lion King goes. Yeah, that's the issue. Is I'm like, okay, where's a good place to learn ASL? Just kind of like quietly on the side. I think it'd be kind of cool to be like, you know, you go to those places where they have somebody who's signing at the same time, and like, you can read that too. Nature documentary The Lion King tells us. Yeah, a lot of it's a time thing. If I did try and do those other things, then I would not have the time to do all my art projects I have. It's a whole balance. And I seem to keep picking art projects that take a very long time to do, as evidenced by the fact that it is taking me forever to get through this next Eldritchrune comic. Well, I did get stopped because I wanted to do another Deltarune comic. Well, I have to finish the one with Garrison and Alvin. So I got that one done. That one always takes a while because it was color. And I got through it. Yeah, I jumped from one thing to another. I know, it is cruel. More time, more hands. Yeah, I have no desire to see the new Mufasa film. I'm like, no, no, thank you. Not what I want or need right now. I have other cartoons I can be watching. And if I wanted to watch a live-action movie, I would watch a live-action movie that I need to catch up on. What we have there is neither of those. Nobody asked for this. Except I'm sure some investor asked for it because they're like, whoa, we did really good with that Lion King movie. Surely another one will make us more money. Yeah. Aww. Oh, that's too bad. I don't know if Disney cheated. Disney's just doing what it always does. It's getting its ass kicked by Sonic 3. Which I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies, but I still find that funny. That's still kind of funny. Yes, I do want to see Flo. That looks cool. I really like the artistry of that. And there's a capybara in it. I gotta track that down. It's like back in my day when we did sequels to The Lion King, they were animated and straight to DVD. Now you can watch Sonic 3. I like capybaras too. Who doesn't like capybaras? Honestly. This Disney D is brought to you by Disney's Fast Play. Your Disney animated feature will begin automatically. Fast Play will begin in a moment. Oh, cute. That's adorable. That's super cute. We all love capybaras because we all wish we could be capybaras, just chilling in a hot bath, surrounded by fruits, unbothered, moisturized in our lanes. Tim Curry Pipe Organ. I'm very sorry. The Disney direct-to-video sequels were not good. Just, they were really not good. I don't like these, I really hate these live-action remakes, too, but let's not pretend that those things of our past were good. They weren't. They were also bad. Now he's spinning right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. Adland again. I need to be able to sync ads up better when I'm taking breaks, but that can be a little tough sometimes. Also, it yells at me if I try and do them myself rather than doing them automatically. Can take water breaks, though. No, the best Disney sequel, direct-to-video sequel, was Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time, in which Lady Tremaine basically undoes the whole story by stealing the fairy godmother's wand. That's the one that has the prince, like, jumping out a window. Also, the animation quality was a little better on that one than usual. Slightly higher production values. I don't think I liked any of the Little Mermaid sequels, though. I remember the TV show was decent, I think. Which I'm just gonna have underwater adventures. Here I go. But, I don't know, I'm not super fond of... The parents have learned their lesson from the last movie. Oh no, their child is going to learn the same lesson, but the parents don't want that. It's like, come on! No, I don't think we needed to see that. I am fond of Lion King 1.5. It is definitely all over the place in terms of the tone compared to the original, but I think that was kind of the point. It's basically like, okay, if The Lion King is Hamlet, and The Lion King 2 is Romeo and Juliet, then Lion King 1.5 is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Basically an irreverent kind of take on a previous story. Oh, Disney Toon stuff. Yeah, that's part of the problem why they always suffered so much from those sequels. Is like they were presented as movies, but they were done on a TV budget in terms of production value and writing, and it kind of shows. TV has different budgets and restrictions for a reason. You're not really supposed to try and turn that into a feature film, like they did with Moana. Like, I kind of want to see it, but also not, because I'm just kind of mad that they're like, yeah, we were going to do a Moana TV series. Never mind, you're doing a film now. I can bet you they did not increase those people's pay. Basically, Moana 2 came out. Moana 2 was not going to be a movie. It was going to be a TV series. So they had a TV crew working on Moana TV series, and they're like, never mind. This is going to be a theatrical release now. And I guarantee you that the people getting TV budget stuff did not have their budget increased, because that's just not how anybody rolls. Yeah, Anastasia got a little bit of redemption in the sequels, whereas Drizella still gets crapped on. Nobody likes Drizella. So, like, Moana 2 could have been good if they had, one, planned this to be a film from the start, and two, let people, again, as we were saying at the beginning, plan your movies. Give time to pre-production. You fix a lot of problems in pre-production. You save a lot of money if you do pre-production. Yeah, exactly. If you have, like, a TV series, you can do, like, a bit more world building and stuff like that. So I'm not sure why they made the decision to be like, this is a movie now. Making a movie on each of her friends. We will milk this dry. Whether you want us to or not. Yeah, Disney is a lot of frustrating choices, especially lately. Speedrun the dopamine rush. We're making this for streaming. If it's not an immediate hit within the first 4 episodes, then we're not going to do anymore. Yeah, they shut down Disney Toon. And also, what we're going to do is we're going to assign you a contract for 24 episodes. But we're going to split these up on streaming into 8-episode, quote-unquote, seasons, and then act like that's 3 seasons, even though we only paid you for 1. I don't know about Disney bullying Sonic. I don't know how they would do that. I have no clue how that would go. Especially since that wouldn't be coming from artists, because plenty of artists on Disney like Sonic too. Like... Artists don't have that kind of competitive business sense. They just like stuff. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, up there. Okay. Good thing I did that one first. Yeah, that was extremely annoying as well. Oh no, this gay stuff. We support you if you have money, but I don't know about the rest of that. Keep finding places I do that. Yeah, exactly. Disney characters weren't meant to be in remakes. They were meant to show up in Kingdom Hearts worlds. I mean, I don't know how Disney would do that unless Disney was doing block booking again. Which, didn't, like, do a trust act that made that illegal a while back? Oh, I forgot here, too. I forgot both their legs. I mean, they also did that with Amphibia. Amphibia was also serialized. No, Disney is definitely not a queer ally, I would say. It really sucks, because so many queer folks, gay folks, love Disney. It's like an important part of their, you know, childhoods and stuff like that. Minotaur stole the legs. But Disney does not really love them back. I like their money, but, you know. Never beast. I know. I should rewatch Owl House. Owl House was very good. Okay, we got a little bit more to get on this page. Howard Ashman, indeed. No, that's definitely part of it. They will utilize queer art, but not queer people. Yeah, I do think that there's like this push, especially with streaming, to have a lot of linear shows. And those are fun, but we really do need more episodic shows. You should. Owl House is really excellent. Just, like, as a show, it's really solidly made. Very good world building and production quality. All in all, good stuff. I really liked Owl House. Like, if I had seen that as a kid, it would have just blown my mind. The same way that Gargoyles blew my mind when I was a kid. Gargoyle's still good. But yeah, there's some good shows out there that I'm glad kids today have. I'm glad they have Owl House. I'm glad they have Amphibia. I'm glad there's Steven Universe. There's all kinds of good things out there. If you just let the artists do their thing, because, like, the thing with a lot of animation is a lot of people doing it, they care deeply a lot about it. They're not just making toy commercials. They want to make stuff that, like, you know, really speaks to them or how they think it'll speak to kids. Steven Universe is still the shit. I still need to see Future. I can't believe I haven't seen Future yet. Steven Universe rocks. Music still slaps? Yeah. That was basically my big fandom obsession until Undertale came along. When I first moved up here, I was big into Steven Universe. That was where all my fan art was going. Yeah, that's why I do want to see Future. It looks very interesting. Yeah, Wonder Over Yonder, another great one. Great show. Very imaginative. I enjoy Wonder Over Yonder. What fandom might I join after DR? I don't know. It'll be a mystery. I wasn't expecting to get this hard into Undertale Deltarune. So whatever happens after Deltarune in 2035, don't know. I'll find out when I get there. Yeah. People were way too hard on Steven Universe. Steven Universe is good and was good. I really like the art direction. The music's great. Love the characters. Love how messy they are. Good stuff. Aw, if you stick around with me past the days of Deltarune, that would be amazing. I do have some people that I think followed me for Kingdom Hearts, in which case I'm sorry I've never gone back to Kingdom Hearts again. But thanks for sticking with me through whatever new weird thing I jumped to. Before Kingdom Hearts, it was, I guess basically it was X-Files. I ain't jumping to crypto. No, thank you. I ain't doing that. None of that nonsense. Lurk. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've really fallen out with Kingdom Hearts. I kind of vaguely know stuff that's going on, but 3 destroyed me and Deltarune took over instead, so that's where my brain has sat. No AI art. I don't want that. Yeah. Oh, I did see the Tangled show. Another great show. That was another really good one. I really like that one. It did some really cool things with the 2D puppetry in that one. So that was a good one. No, I am not a tech bro in disguise. I don't think I could pretend to be a tech bro if I tried. I'm so bad at that. I don't know how Disney would get caught using AI for Harry Potter, considering that's a Warner Brothers property. Lynx coin, ugh. Yeah, Eugene is really good. But I will probably be with Deltarune for a while yet. It will probably occupy my brain for years, the same way that X-Files and Kingdom Hearts did. I tend, like, some people, like, you know, stay pretty closely in, like, one fandom thing for just, like, a small amount of time and then hop around. And no, I'm a long-termer. I stick around in one fandom for a very long time. Often years. I know. Lynx Grifter. No, that's terrible. No. Grifting sounds miserable. It's like what we were discussing earlier. I'm like, why would I want to make money when I can make little guys? Money is just to facilitate me making little guys. Yeah, that's my, like, bizarro version of me, Lynx Grifter. That's my evil doppelganger. Yeah, so there are people who have been fans that, you know, weren't even alive when the thing came out. You can be a fan whatever you want for as long as you want, because you can do what you want forever. It's about time for me to take a stretch break. I'm on page 6, not too bad. Yeah, I do like eating, and I like being able to pay my rent and feed my lizard. I want to be able to get more money for giving stuff to people. I'm frustrated because I'm like, oh, maybe I should try and save for an apartment I can buy as opposed to just renting forever. It's going to be so expensive around here. It's like $1 million. That's all good. People have their fandoms different ways. Some people just mainline one thing. Some people hop from one thing to another. I've done that a little bit. Like, I've done some fan art for, like, the Adventure Zone back in the day when I finished that. And, various other things. No, and she's lucky. She doesn't know what money is. She is a lizard. She probably barely knows what I am. Oh yeah, grifters. I would say, honestly, we are in the age of grifting right now. Grifting is big. It's everywhere. You really gotta watch out for it. So many people have realized that the way to make money is through grifting, and it's, ugh. It's not good. It really sucks. Grifting and thrifting. Thrifting ain't the worst, though. Grifting is bad. Hello. Thank you for coming. Well, I'm about to take a little stretch break. As soon as I finish filling in stuff with Jevil here. Oh yeah, like, that's true of every time. But I feel like at this point in history we are kind of uniquely saturated with grifts of new stripes. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention when I was younger. Yeah, that's always a gamble. Okay. Let's see. Oh, gotta get whatever's going on up here. Okay. It's time for another stretch break with Jevil and Chris. Yeah, that's true. There are lots of scams. You don't even realize they're scams. We're probably still stewing in some right now. And it's really annoying. Ugh. Come on, wrist. Be kind to me. Was that Tupperware or was that something else? I feel like it was something related to Tupperware, but I don't know if Tupperware itself was an MLM. Yeah, stretch break with Jevil does not sound like it would be very good, actually. You're stretching all the wrong ways, as Chris is about to find out. Have Alfie's fight the wrist pain. She has her own pains to deal with. Stretch, stretch. Stretch break with Jevil snaps neck open. Apparently I did do that since my neck is still having troubles going to the right here. Blech, blech. Blech, blech. Get my shoulders working. Ow. Ew. Ow. Please, neck, please. Be kinder to me. Wait, why shouldn't it be 360 degrees? I feel like if it's 350 degrees, we're just kind of stopping right before it gets back to regular position, which I don't know, that seems kind of bad. Hot Paw Patrol? Aww. A deep Paw Patrol lore. 370, that's a little worse too. It's gotta be a little bit off, I guess. Just go that extra mile, extra 10 degrees. Okay. Why this wrist? Why this? You should be good. I'm trying my best. Okay, but we'll probably just do after this one more draw session, and then it will be time for the lunch break and the regular arm break. Jevil's like, I'm gonna spin my head around 360 degrees, but along a different axis, just to really mess with you. I'm going to enlarge my head instead. I feel like if you do that for older audiences, you're just going to get into something like warriors or something like dogs. But they have people jobs. And they rescue people. Wizards of Waverly Place. I never saw that. A lot of Disney Channel originals that I missed. Okay. I did watch a lot of Cartoon Network when I was younger. Nothing stopping you from doing Danganronpa stuff now, if you wanted to. You are never too old. Do what you want. I've drawn stuff from Bluey because Bluey is cute, even though it is absolutely not for me. Animal Jam. I almost worked for Animal Jam once. Ugh. Alright, be right back for one more stretch. My thing fell over. again. Well, sometimes it's fun to think a little too deep about silly things. Or get a little too silly about deep things. You can go either way. You can get silly with it, or you can get spooky with it. Which is pretty much what Eldritchrune is. It's just getting a little spookier and scarier with it than is normal for canon. Okay. We're back to doing this. We'll do this for about another half hour or so, then it'll be stopping time. Yep. Some things you just never really grow out of. You're like, I still like this thing when I'm older. I've never really understood the grow out of it thing. Just get more able to appreciate the quality of it if you're paying attention. Well, there are certain things that you just can't look at the same way anymore as you get older. That much is true. And that can happen with anything. Pokemans. I did get a shiny Gallade yesterday. Well, at least that was mostly worth walking around in the unexpected rain for. That part wasn't fun. Oh yeah, like there are some things like you know, you really like this thing, but you also liked it kind of unconditionally. And then you look back as an adult and you're like, this thing had flaws. And part of being an adult is just being like, it's okay that it had flaws. I still appreciate it, even though it was not as amazing as I thought it was. When you're experiencing the world for the first time, everything seems totally amazing. When you've been around long enough, stuff gets less amazing, and it kind of sucks, because you're like, I want to feel that everything is amazing feeling again. And it gets harder and harder as you get older because you've already experienced more things. There's nothing to be done about that. Ooh, the sun's shining right on my side. Yeah, sometimes things just come at just the right time to be a comfort to you. And then they're special to you. But since nothing is perfect, you just have to accept this was not perfect, but it was just what I needed. And that makes it special. And all art is this for somebody. It's definitely a really cool feeling when you make something and then somebody says, hey, this thing was super special to me at this time. Like, I don't know, it's just really nice. I really like that. That's probably why it's especially frustrating when, like, you know, a piece of media that you really liked or was important to you, you learn something about it that's, like, upsetting. Because now it's not just like, oh, you know, this corporation did a bad thing, because we all expect corporations to do a bad thing. But it's like, this thing that was important to me and helped shape me was also doing bad things and helped hurt people, and that feels really bad. I don't really know what the answer is to that. Except to be aware that that could happen and just kind of mentally prepare yourself. Yeah, like an actor being terrible. Like, it definitely sucks, like, watching Disney's Hercules now. It's like, man, the voice acting on Hades and is so great. It's too bad the actor's an absolute POS, though. Jeez. Like it always kind of gives this extra bitter taste in your mouth. Yeah, I think that's a worry that some people have, which is why I think that it's smart for him to like really limit how much stuff he does on social media, and just only put up, you know, the annoying dog persona, and not like have his personal life and much stuff except for, hey, I did this cool thing kind of thing. Like, that's smart. Don't give people like something to latch onto of the terrible thing sort of thing. Like, I know he used to participate in fandom a lot more, and he's really withdrawn from that after Undertale. So, he got it down right. He's smart. He's basically like, this is the persona that I use to interact with people about the thing I'm making, and that's what you're going to see. You're not seeing anything else. Anything else is for me privately. Which, good. Smart. And I do think, like, just from the other stuff he's described in other interviews and stuff, he sounds like a decent guy. Like, I haven't had any reason to believe, oh, this is secretly a horrible person yet, because just, like, from the answers he's given on that kind of stuff, I'm like, no, this sounds like this is coming from a genuine place of a decent person. But, yeah. Doing his chicken arc. Oh, now currently it's thirsty. Yeah, that is a lingering passive fear. Heck, it's something I worry about. I'm like, good grief, are people going to discover something about me that they decide is just like the worst thing ever, and then that's it for me? I have to be careful. Adland will shove their thoughts down your faces. Yeah, he has to be very careful about what he says. But no, once your audience gets big enough, you kind of have to start worrying about that. It's a little unnerving. I know. But no, it really is something you kind of have to worry about, because people who don't, know you or are interested in seeing the worst about you will latch on to any little thing they decide is like, this is proof enough that, my parasocial dislike of you is justified. And then spread that all around, and it's like, there's not much you can do about that. Nobody's perfect, and you're always going to have something about you that's, not great about you. The difference is in, okay, what are you going to do about that? So I think Toby is smart, just to like give as few latch points as possible for people to grab onto. Hey, Subaru. Ads, what the heck? You make no sense. Yeah, exactly. I'm not super fun. Like, the problem is I am not immune to those either. I am also susceptible to, this person I don't like, they did something that, proves my dislike of them. Haha, I knew all along. But I really have to be like, okay, that is my personal feeling, and it's not really reflective of anything, so I'm just going to not comment on that at all. Because I'm quite certain there's people that do that about me too. I'm certain there's people that, dislike me because, you can't please everybody. And, we'll find the one thing they're like, this justifies my dislike, I'm going to emphasize this. And sometimes it, like, really can just get bad enough. Like with J.K. Rowling, I'm like, I cannot enjoy Harry Potter anymore. Because I'm like, holy crap, she's turned into such a horrible person. And is making that her entire personality. That, like, it is leaked into everything. And I can't do it. Like, if somebody invited me now to, like, Harry Potter World, or whatever, in Universal, I would turn them down and be like, I don't want to go, I'm not going to have fun. I can't have fun anymore. It sucks. Well, it depends. There are some people, usually major politicians or public figures that get bad-mouthed right when they die, and that's for not unsubstantiated reasons. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. That stinks. Yeah, exactly. Again, I used to like Harry Potter. I read the Harry Potter books. I enjoyed the films. You know, the actors did a good job. But I just cannot have fun with it anymore. It's tainted too much. Oh, that's silly. Like, Matt Pat, come on. Even though I don't like his theories, he's not a bad person from what I've seen. He just makes silly theories. It's fine, guys. Come on. Yeah, it was such a big deal. Like, there's no reason to get all pent up about Matt Pat. Even if you don't like his theories, like, it's fine, guys. It's just silliness. I don't think there's anything even, like, actively malicious. Like, there are things that are foolish in some of his theories, but foolish is not the same thing as malicious. Sometimes it's just, like, a bad theory. But again, it comes into that thing of, like, people already, you know, dislike you for whatever reason. So now they're like, okay, here's my reason. I'm justified in my dislike. And it's like, you can just quietly dislike them and, you know, yell about it to your friends group. It's fine. You don't have to make this a moral obligation. Yeah, Matt Pat retired, which, like, I think that was a smart move. You realize, okay, I can't bring anything else to this. Yeah, all them YouTube channels gotta have the big attention-grabbing thumbnails. I'm bad at those. Yeah. I think the thing was, like, you know, if there's a bad creator, then you have to, like, go back in time and justify, like, oh, their creation is bad too, because it's not like a person who's an awful person could create something good there that I like. Yeah, I can't reread Harry Potter anymore. Yeah, it is different from each person to each person, but even Harry Potter now, I've seen a lot of critiques for it, and I'm like, no, these critiques are on the nose. She's really fat-phobic. She has these kind of neoliberal things that leak out in her characters. And it stinks, because you didn't see that when you were a kid. You were just having fun with, like, these cool wizard detective stories, basically. But that's just kind of an inevitable part of making art, I guess. I guess all you can do is acknowledge I felt about this one way, and that, you know, once a while ago, and now I feel this way about it. And sometimes that happens. It doesn't make your feelings about the past or the present any less real. Yeah, like, I did, like, a tiny bit of Harry Potter fan art, I think, way back in the day. Not that much. I was not a rabid fan. What I was a bigger fan was watching Harry Potter fandom drama. I would just check out whatever was going on, like, I don't know, all those different forums and websites where people were just, like, getting into serious shipping wars about Harry Potter. And now you look back on that and you're like, oh, that was not a good use of your time. Yeah. Yeah, at least pirate it. Not even My Immortal. This was, like, way deeper stuff than My Immortal. Yeah, I feel like it kind of depends on how much of a core pillar it was for your life. It was not a core pillar for my life, so I'm fine letting it go. This might be harder if you're the kind of person who's like, this was really, really important to me, and I can't bear to let it go kind of thing, when it's like, my dude, you are no longer a child. And the issue with this is, like, there's plenty of really well-written magic worlds out there. Like, that you can also check out. I need to get some more library books to check out this year for my audiobook reading. The last one I finished before the end of last year was a Wizard of Earthsea, which was very interesting. The way it was written was very interesting. So I need to see if there's more Earthsea books. Because I had not read it before, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of neat. Yeah, that's true. Attacking all nerds everywhere. Alright, I think we're done with this page. Let's go ahead and finish it off. Chris is gonna get finished off here soon. Watch out, Chris. Oh, up here too. Oh, I'm glad you like Dogs of Future Past. For however long people stick with me through whatever weird stuff I'm making, thank you. I'm super glad you're here. I super appreciate it. The one thing I think is true about all artists, we're like, we have to share this stuff. Please look at the weird little guys I've made. Please look at them. Oh, thank you. I feel like some of my timeline stuff is off and I kind of justified it a weird way, but it was for the story. Oh well, I guess Undertale Yellow did the same thing. Please look at my blorbos. My blorbos are stuck in my brain. You have to look at them. Right, we won't quite get into the body horror here, but here we go. I know, it's fun. Definitely people have had mixed thoughts on Paper Trail. But one thing I do appreciate is a lot of sentiments I've seen are even if I don't like the ending, I still liked it as a whole. I thought it was, I enjoyed watching it or reading it, whatever, and I'm like, I'm glad about that. It's okay if people didn't like the ending. As long as they still appreciate, the work that went into it. That makes me glad. It was fun. It was fun to have it come out. I miss doing that more often. That's why I'm kind of like, I wish I could do Eldritchrune faster, but it takes a long time to do these ones. Maybe in the future, if things go the way I want them to, I'll do another regular coming out series. It'll probably be more animatic based and just trying to see if I can get myself to that point. Definitely would help if my wrist was better. Thank you. I super appreciate it. And yeah, whenever you finish a piece of art, it's like, oh, I could have gone back and done this differently. I would have tried this way. But all you can do is the way that you did it. Yeah. I think, I don't know, I suspect maybe humans are kind of hardwired in a sense to have, fame and money associated with self-worth because we equate that with stability and respect, even though those are not necessarily the case. But something you gotta kind of fight against. We at least want to feel safe and stable. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's some people who really didn't like the way Paper Trail ended, and it's like, that's okay. We will all move on. Ambiguity can be very fun. Give ambiguity a chance. You make the call. It is difficult to pull it off sometimes. Especially in this age of, we need to have everything explained to us. It's like, well, you don't necessarily. Sometimes it's fun to not have it explained to you, and then you argue about what it means. It's okay to argue forever about what something means, too. I would like this to mean for my wrist to stop being annoying. Yeah, that part is frustrating. We need media literacy so that people can be okay with, you don't need it explained. It's okay to argue about what it means. Queendom Hearts. Everyone ate ice cream. All good times. Susie would like every ice cream. She would have no favorites. Give her the crunches. It's thematically makes sense, exactly. Sometimes that's just where the themes go. I feel like a lot of arguing about Deltarune theories now mostly boils down to what we think the thematic direction is going to be for the series. Because a lot of theories make sense, or don't make sense, if you believe that the themes are going to go in a certain direction. Brought a bar. Oh yeah, I loved In Stars in Time. That was a great game. Good stuff. And there was a lot of things unexplained in that. That's true. We never found out the answers to a lot of questions. But still, it was super good. Also, I missed, I think, a secret boss battle. I cried. I wonder why nobody's tried it. I haven't seen that at a speedrun thing yet. People should try and speedrun this Stars sometime. There's got to be a quick way to get through it. Act 5 hurt. Act 5 was painful. So many suitors. Good for her. Everybody loves the Seuss. Haagen-Dazs flavors. An hour's not that bad. A lot of speedruns are an hour. That seems doable for GDQ. Where's our In Stars in Time run? Where's our run for that? Seems like a weird game to speedrun. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like people try and speedrun almost any game, including like, why would you speedrun that? That's an odd choice. That is true. The game gives you the option to be like, okay, we're skipping all the dialogue. Skippity skip, skip, skip. Oh, the fact that you skip the dialogue is actually hurting you personally. The fact that you are, in fact, speedrunning your relationships is going to come back and bite you. Well, speedruns usually take practice. Yeah, either way, In Stars in Time was super good. I wouldn't try doing Celeste sometime, but that's going to be so difficult. So what is going on with that line there? I might need to go back and fix that. What is that? Playful rivalry. I love watching speedruns. I love seeing people skilled at that. I was mesmerized by some Kaizo Mario they were doing at the last AGDQ. Just like, look at how good they are at really difficult things so fast. Although I missed the Elden Ring bosses on saxophone. I have to go back and look at the VOD for that. I like how they are getting increasingly unhinged kind of showcases. Like, yeah, sure, we can beat this boss fast. I can beat this boss fast playing the drums to control the game. Like, what? How did you come up with that? Yeah, no, one of the speedruns they did at the last GDQ was basically a player playing through a bunch of Elden Ring bosses, but they were mapped to saxophone buttons, so they were basically playing the saxophone to speedrun the boss fights. And then last time at SGDQ, there was a person who played Mario 64 by having the keys hooked up to drums, like not like a video game drums, but like an actual drum set, and playing the drums to play it. Yeah, I'm like, saxophone, that just sounds fascinating. Again, why would you want to spend your time making as much money as possible when you could spend your time learning how to fight Elden Ring bosses by playing the saxophone. Braver than the Marines. Humans be doing silly creative things. Sometimes a silly little guy is a blurbo, and sometimes a silly little guy is, I'm going to fight the Elden Ring bosses by playing the saxophone. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would, how you would map buttons to the violin. That seems a little tough. Getting over it with the Kinect. Oh no. He plays sax aggressively. I think I played FF6. I thought it might be fun to try and learn how to speedrun Okami, but I don't know if I could execute on those glitches well enough. It seems like it has to, like, in order to get that time down, you would have to do a lot of out of bounds and glitch stuff. Speedrunning Mario 64 with Morse code inputs! Oh my goodness, that would be a strain on the wrist. That would be a pain. What are all the ways? This is like, you know, I'm going to play Doom on, you know, whatever, using bacteria and molecules. Well, I'm going to speedrun Mario 64 in increasingly weird ways. I'm so excited for more Okami. No, they brought it back as Clovers. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to play Okami again for Friend Hard Friday nights after I finish Outer Wilds, because I was just like, Okami! I love you. I'm going to play you again. My beloved. Yeah, play Kingdom Hearts using the dance pad. Okami, my beloved. My comfort game. My comfies. You and your annoying voice, Isun. I love you. The problem is I probably won't do the costume changes because I bought the Steam version, so I don't have a New Game Plus. And you only get the costume changes through New Game Plus. So I would have to be starting from scratch. I'd have to find all the beads again. So, no costume changes. This would be just a regular one. Yeah, I was screaming a lot when I was like, huh, these drums they're playing, that sounds kind of like Okami soundtrack. Ah! Cuphead with a dance mat. Oh no. Jeez. Sorry, no fluffy Ami. We don't get the big chonker. No chonkers. No statue. No Shiranui. It's sad. But then we'll have to see me actually fight all the bosses and try and find the beads. He found out which friends were also Okami enjoyers. Everybody's like, whoa! Based, as the kids say. Based on enjoying Okami. I know. There is Okamiden. And, like, I like Okamiden fine, especially, like, the soundtrack. The soundtrack for Okamiden's great. But the story just, like, didn't feel the same. Like, I've replayed Okami lots of times. I only played Okamiden once. Because there was just, the gameplay of it was just not as fun and satisfying. And, the ending was sad. Well, bittersweet, I guess. Yeah, Okamiden does feel a little bit more like a spin-off. It kind of, like, covers a lot of the same ground as Okami, but at the same time it kind of, like, reduces the impact that the first game had. I don't know. I like the music for it, and I like the fact that we got some new brushes that I thought were really cool. Those new brushes were a good idea. Yeah, I mean, like, it's technically a sequel, but I don't know, it's just the vibes. It's the vibes. Again, there's a lot of things I like about Okamiden, but I do really want a proper sequel to Okami, not just a spiritual successor. The chibi gods were extremely cute. Very true. Very true. Oh, I will kill the hand in the ship because I hate that thing so much. I hate it so much. The first time it came up, I was just like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just really scary. It's really terrifying. I hate it. I think because it's like, it's really slow and deliberate, but at the same time it kind of sneaks up on you. Oh, I hate it. So it will die. Goodbye, demon hand in the ship, in the ghost ship. You will not be missed. Okay, once I finish this panel, it's going to be time to stop because I need to get lunch and also rest my wrist again. Trying my best. Okami announcement. New Okami game! Ah! We don't even have like a release year. We're all just stoked that there's more Okami coming. I hate the hand. I hate the hand so much. This is like no warning. It's just like you're heading into the next room all of a sudden. Ah! Treasure hand. I will give it wrist pain. It will know the wrist pain. Okay, we're not done with this page just yet, but we are going to stop for now because my wrist, please, wrist, get used to drawing this way. My shoulders, my neck, my back. It all needs to work together. Wrist rest, indeed. The new brush gives the enemy carpal tunnel. But yeah, I did like the little chibi gods. I liked the little penguins. Those were so cute. I liked the whale one. That was a good one. What were some of the other ones that were new? Wrist hugs. I think there was like 4 new brushes. I'm having trouble remembering what they all were, because I remember the penguin one, which was like follow me, and I remember the whale one, which was magnetism. But weren't there like 2 other animal gods? I'm trying to remember what they were, and what they did. Oh, Kieran's would be cool. I guess I'd have to find a whole bunch of new myths and mythologies to tackle, which I'm sure they could. There's lots of them. I'm sure they could do a lot of cool new things. But yeah, I'm excited. I will replay Okami because it's been way too long since I've replayed it. And I miss it. And it'll be fun to try and do it from scratch instead of just New Game Plus all the time. Because it was like $5 on Steam, so I'm like, I have to buy this now. It's Okami. I must have you. Alright, we're doing final stretches. And then we'll be done for the day. And I will rest my wrist a bit. And also get lunch and all that stuff. Okami's so good. Although there are certain stray beads that are just so difficult. It was $5 to convince them for the sequel. I'm pretty sure that the game went on sale after the sequel was announced. Because that's when I checked. And I was like, wait a minute. Can I get it on Steam so I can play it on the computer? It's there for $5! So I got it right away. Okay. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Yes, it was my $5 that convinced them. Spent $5, make the sequel. Announce it retroactively. Do a whole trailer and everything. Everybody just lost their minds. They're like, oh, Okami. This is a good remix, too. Okay. 5 whole Canadian dollars. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was more like 7.5 Canadian dollars. It was even more Canadian dollars than American dollars because Canadian dollars are worth less. 7 whole Canadian dollars. Hopes and dreams. I know. One of my favorites. I'm so excited for future musics for DR. I'm a Penumbra Phantasm believer. I want it in the game. I hope we get it. And people make predictions and then pretend that the industry bent into their well. Yes, I did that. With my power. I was that powerful. For realsies, guys. Yeah, who else? A Penumbra Phantasm believer for Deltarune. I want it, but I like it. I think I like that tune. I know it's been used a couple of different places, especially around Homestuck, but like Homestuck's music's good. Nightmare Night would be fun too. I will be happy. I like that song. Only predicted general market trends and how they could intersect with personal wants. Something a fish could probably do. That's true, it does. Please, Toby, it's okay to rehash your things. And I saw people being like, no, you can't use that. That was used for Homestuck. I'm like, where do you think Megalovania came from? Well, it didn't even come from Homestuck. It came first from Earthbound, the Earthbound hack. And then that was reused for Homestuck. And then Sans was the third to get it. He was like, he got it handed me down twice. Megalovania. Oh, is it ad time? Alright, I probably, once our ad's running, once those are done. Too lazy for his own. He took Vriska's theme. She just took it from Dr. Andonuts. Adland. Okay, after Adland is done, I will bid farewell. Is it ads? It is. Wrist, what do you have to say about the ads? I hate them. Swipe something from Lost and Found. He's like, oh, this one looks neat. Neo was good. Well, I've also heard it described that Megalovania is the player's boss theme, since Sans is trying to defeat you. But we also got Battle Against the True Hero for that as well. So who knows? Alright, once Adland is over, I will bid farewell. And get some lunch and rest. We'll get some rest. And we'll keep trying. It sucks because it doesn't feel too bad when drawing, but even afterwards it's just being a pain. I have not played the new World Ends with You, actually. I guess I should look into that at some point. Well, I really did like the original. Another great soundtrack. Sans found Megalovania on the sidewalk, and he's like, "Anybody gonna boss battle with this? Oh well, I'll do it." And then lo and behold, it gets redone a bajillion times, and then lo and behold, or high and behold, now it's in Smash Brothers. Ain't that the way? You have a song, it's in an Earthbound hack, then it's in Homestuck, now it's in Smash Brothers. And there you have it. I'll have to look into that at some point. Okay, but for now, I should probably stop for now, do a few more stretches, and get my lunch and all that stuff. Oh yeah, the ending drum section is good. But yes, and nobody asked for sketch requests this time. Oh well, maybe next time. They are still available as a turn in your points for that. Neko and Smash. Either ways, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream and for chatting with me so much. I super appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with my cruddy wrist. So we're still getting through more Eldritchrune. They're there. And I should be doing more Outer Wilds on Friday. I try and get through that as well. Thanks so much for coming to the stream. I super appreciate you being here and for chatting with me. It was super fun. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day as well. Yes, go draw. Go create your weird little guys. Make your Blorbos. Have fun. Thanks so much. And yeah, this was a good stream. And I will see you all next time. Alrighty. Not good night. Not for me anyway. I'll see you later.